topic of this is, is The Rock's stardom beginning to fade? News story came out about the latest TV show that was canceled, and it was his TV show, Young Rock, after three.
which I forgot that it was on.
Yeah, it's
Already forgot.
crazy because I started off watching it myself. It's actually, it's, I feel it's an interesting show because I feel two different ways about it. On one end, I love how he details his story coming up as a wrestler, pro wrestler. His whole
Correct. Yeah.
very detail oriented. Love the casting is great. I mean, down to the wrestlers, even the casting for the wrestlers is great.
I
Now,
love Macho Man, by the way.
yeah,
Macho Man and Andre,
Andre's
my
good.
favorites.
So, but I think what gets kind of off kilter for me is his future aspirations and his current life because it's just so detached from what he was and who he is or who we thought he was. You know what I'm saying? So I think that's probably what it was. I think it was just a complete disconnect with the fans. It was just like, okay, we don't understand what the fuck this presidential storyline is because you never
Yeah,
really.
because season one, that's what it was, and then he lost. Right? Was it season one or season
Yeah, he
two that he lost?
lost or something. I don't know. Like his actual like that part of the story just made no sense. Like everything outside of what Young Rock was just
Yeah.
like so it's just
I mean, that and also I think it was in a bad Showtime, right? Friday nights.
yeah, it was a bash. When I caught it, I always just watched it on Peacock. So because I always
Same
just
here.
Peacock show, but apparently it was an actual NBC show.
It
And
was. It was like on a Friday. I think it was like Friday nights where we grew up in a different era too. Like I think that's another thing where a lot of these networks are not understanding. Like these family shows, there's no more family time.
yeah.
There's not. I mean, listen, Friday nights used to be TGIF, TGI Friday, ABC, and then you had and you also had your Sunday nights, what? Funny at home videos, things like that. Like all that's done. Like his show would have been nice on a streaming platform, and that's it.
Yeah.
Showcase all your shows, have people binge watch, and then that's it. This whole Friday nights, Saturday nights, Sunday,
Well,
those eras are done. They're done. Unless you want to do like a Wednesday, like Law and Order SVU, like I mean,
reason why they've been around for 30 plus
20, yeah. But
because
other than that, it's nobody's gonna stay home on a Friday night and watch Young Rock.
it's hard. I mean, especially Young Rock because it's not a drama. It's not like a suspense.
It's not
So
exactly.
it's not gonna do it. You're out on Friday. You're doing something, shaking the streets.
But we all know it's more than just Young Rock.
Yeah, I mean, so the whole point of me really wanting to cut this video was like I want to get me. I like to get to the head of things before it becomes trendy, before it even
Correct.
a topic across all spectrums. What
Mm-hmm.
really had me thinking instantly was like, man, here's another strikeout. Here's another one because and this is less than what 6 months from removed from, or around 6 months, 6, 7, 8 months
Mm-hmm.
on the release of Shazam. I mean Black
Black Adam. Yeah. It,
and Black
mm-hmm.
Adam didn't do very well. We already detailed that and how important that was for Zavloff and staff and how they wanted that to reach a certain number and it didn't. You can break down how many reasons as to why it didn't work. Some people would give him a little bit of bail because of how everything had to be stringed together, but at the same time, he made it the way he wanted to make it. He wanted to be
And
the
that was the issue.
yeah, he wanted to
Hands down, that was
be
just the
man in
issue.
charge. He wanted to be, you know,
Listen,
alpha omega. You know what I'm saying? He wanted to have all of and all that, and it went like this. So now
mm,
Young Rock's coming. So I'm at the point now where I'm like, he's got to be. he's got to be really careful because if something happens, I could definitely see something happening where he better hope. I'm just gonna say this: he better hope everything works out well with the XFL. I
Well, he already saved it, but no, no. See, he saved himself with the entertainment. He saved himself. He is now back into the Fast and the Furious franchise. Spoiler if anybody hasn't seen Fast 8 or 10, 11, 12, whatever. Yeah, he's back. So his
it's so
issue with, Vin Diesel, Tyrese, that's all gone. Money talks, people. Money talks, especially when your movies and your
shows
DC future is gone.
your TV.
You got to go back. You got to go back to what kind of like set you going, as this action star. Because Fast and the Furious is what really set him to this fame in the movies.
It really is kind of a greater point though, because Fast and the Furious, his Hobbs character is kind of a little bit familiar because listen, his fans came over, a lot of his fans came over from the WWE.
Correct.
Older fans like us who grew up with him. He, his whole character, his whole persona was all edge, man. He had edge. That's what made
Yeah.
Rock edge.
And Hobbs has that. He has he could be sarcastic,
Yes.
funny.
He's a Boy Scout.
Yeah.
He's a Boy Scout, which Rock has been playing for the last few years now. He's been playing a Boy Scout. Insert different video, insert different movie, or insert different TV show. It's the same character.
Same character.
And so Hobbs, at least at the bare minimum, gets him a little closer to what we as his fans from the beginning all could kind of relate to. Like, all right, got a little edge, you know what I'm saying? He's not all good, you know what I'm saying? It's just this, I think really, we've been breaking this down. That's why it's so funny, like seeing kind of the Rock's demise of all these, these last few months and it's been kind of slowly, declining really, because it's like he clearly,
it's also karma.
Yeah, but he clearly changed his approach, his demeanor, how he tackles like I said, the guy has presidential aspirations. I mean, he was very clear about that in his Young Rock show. That wasn't all a grift. Like that was rumored a couple years ago or a few years ago that he was entertaining it. So he still has that on his mind. It's still too early because of the US and the political system is crazy right now.
Mm-hmm.
So he's kind of stepping away. He's just not at all interested in any kind of controversy. He is he has vanilla milk toast as you can be right now, and it's hurting his creativity.
The only thing that's gonna help him, obviously, like I said, is the Fast and the Furious and the live action Mohana, which he's gonna obviously nail. Maui. He's gonna nail it. I mean, he's gonna have the wig. He's gonna nail that part. It's him. Like, let's just be honest. It's him. It's The Rock. So, you could just pencil that in as a Disney win, a Rock win. The XFL is doing good. So business wise, like the shirt that I'm wearing, Under Armour, good. XFL, good. They already got season 2, or in season 2, I'm sorry. The next season tickets on sale. And they're thinking about
I want that to succeed. More of that.
Yeah, well, of course. I mean, the NFL needs it to succeed, let's be honest. Yeah, they need it to succeed. So at the end of the day, like business wise, he's doing good. Movies wise, he's not. He needs to stop putting himself in charge when it comes to these movies.
Yeah, but he also has to, yo, listen,
He
let's
needs
just
to stop.
stop being phony. It's all this, ha ha ha, and yo, ain't nobody that fucking happy, as they say in the real world. Ain't nobody that goddamn happy. It's okay to have a little edge, show a little, so then we can relate to you. Right now,
Yeah,
Rock
but
is having an
and
issue that like people can't really relate to him. You know what I'm saying? Like, and
I
that's
mean, a lot of people can. I
so
like a lot of people could though. But see, that's the thing. People can. They're just not in the entertainment world. People relate to him in fitness. People relate to him in the business aspect. People relate to him in like no offense, social media, his tequila.
yeah,
But when it comes to
business people like him.
entertainment,
Do you like him? Like, do you
exactly.
like him?
But movies, you have to be if you want to be an actor, which he is. He's. I mean, me personally, I think, but people who came from the WWE, I'm gonna say it like that, from the wrestling world. I'm sorry, Batista is honestly my favorite actor from wrestling.
100%. I
And then I might have to even say John Cena second, and The Rock has to be third. I'm sorry, like just because
well, you've seen
John
Cena do some.
Cena,
You've seen Cena do some outlandish
he's done
stuff.
comedy, he's done something serious, he's done action, he's done comic.
It wasn't like you see
He's
him
oh,
and he's like, oh, that's John Cena playing. No, you don't really think of that. You know what I'm saying? Like when he the
thank you.
oh man, the comedy with he had they had the daughters and he was trying to
Yo, it was so hilarious. I love that movie.
yeah.
It was
And see, you know what I'm
hilarious.
saying? Like that's an example.
I
Like
was so,
not even thinking about him. Yeah, you know he's John Cena, but you're not
but you
thinking.
don't think about it.
But you're
He's
not like,
fucking
oh, that's John
hilarious in
Cena
that
acting.
movie.
You know what I'm saying? Like, but like I think Rock is again, Rock is very image conscious today. Like
He wants to control the movies.
yeah, he was
It's you know what? It's like the director I don't like who's done the Thor movies. Exactly my point. Takes control or something that you don't know nothing about. And I'm not trying to jump ship, but it's a good aspect of like for The Rock. Going to the Thor movie, Chris Hemsworth said it. Those last two movies, they were just having way too much fun making them that it was just silly. There was no acting, there was no direction. And that's why those two movies failed for Marvel in a sense of the character, Thor. That was exactly what The Rock did with Black Adam in a way of not acting to what the character is. The character is not a hero. He's a villain. He wants to kill. He don't give a damn about anything else but killing. He loves his power and he uses it as a villain. This movie, and I'm having it on right now because we're on the subject. He plays a hero. Like, no, that is why fans didn't like this movie.
yeah,
Comic fans. And
yeah, it's just deeper than that too. You're right. You're 100% right. But I think he's carrying over that same demeanor to everything he's doing now. Like as far as
correct.
screen, and it's just
And,
this milk toast, watered down Captain America like thing that doesn't work for him. And it's like,
let's be honest. Hold on. Because he's like Captain America. Chris Evans had more edge in Captain America than Black Adam.
yes, yes, that's a
And that
problem.
was a blue collar. And that was the blue collar
That is a problem.
hero.
This is the problem, and that's why that movie didn't do so well in the box office.
No, they didn't.
It didn't because of those things, those little intricate details that you know. But I'm worried about the dude.
Which
I'm a fan of the guy. You know, like
I'm not worried about him.
you know, like,
I mean, to be honest with you, I'm not worried about him because again, he's back in Fast and the Furious franchise, and you know what? Kudos to him. You know, because on this past, no, actually not this past, was today's Saturday. Last weekend, he came out on social media and publicly said that he's back with the Fast and the Furious franchise. He's excited, and you can't be stupid and naive. He did it because the movies that he has done that are action, that are entertainment, has they failed. They just failed. So he helped. I'm not gonna lie. He helped save a little bit of the franchise of Fast and the Furious. You know, the other ones prior to this one and the last one. So was it five, six, seven, and eight? So four movies he did excellent in. Like, even though the last movie he did, he had beef with Vin Diesel and couldn't even be in the same room.
Hey,
But the movie was just,
uh,
huh?
tell me what was that all about again? Because I never really,
It
I knew of it, and but I never
it
really
was the directing. It
cared
was the
about.
directing of Vin. So okay, so it was the directing of the movie itself. So the Fast and the Furious franchise. Vin Diesel wanted the movies to be coming out a year apart, not every 2 years, not every 3 years. He wanted a year apart. And all these guys are on their contract. Also, Vin Diesel, you know, and you hear from Ludacris, Tyrese, Michelle Rodriguez, when he's directing, it's more like a family. You know, everybody's a family. They get along together, and you know, Vin Diesel is the main guy. He's directing. He's doing everything. And Fast Eight, him and The Rock just didn't see eye to eye. The Rock had another vision. Again, putting his 2 cents in to something he don't really know about. So that right there is what kind of
Yeah, I know what that
killed
means.
it.
I'm the star. That's my vision.
And that exactly that was his mindset. And also the waiting. Like, we're not supposed to wait for you. This is Dom Toretto. This is the La Familia. This is not Hobbs. Like, that's why he took Hobbs and Shabbs and made his own spinoff. You know what I'm saying? But didn't move forward with it because Hobbs and Shabbs is part of Fast and the Furious, and you want to be petty, and didn't want, in a sense, Vin Diesel to win because he has a piece of that cake. You know what I'm saying? For the box office. So it was all pettiness. The Rock was petty. I'm sorry to say it. I'm not trying to be rude. I love the man. I'm a fan of him, but it was pettiness. That's why Tyrese came after him. And Tyrese did it for Vin. Vin didn't really come out and said much. It was more Tyrese that went on social media and went after him. You know what I'm
Absolutely.
saying?
Tyrese was
And
speaking
that
for Tyrese. Trust.
Yeah, and that's kudos to Tyrese. Like, yo, like, you can see the bond that he has with everybody in that film.
Why would
So,
the bag? This is these guys were there from the beginning. A lot of them were.
and again, this is and that is
Guy coming
why.
in and he's an outsider and he's coming in. He's like, dude, we've been on a
And
few.
they're all in the same time frame though. Like, they know. Listen, when you're an actor, you know what movies are lined up in your schedule. So if you're gonna do a project, okay, you can't just sign off projects and now have everybody else wait for your time. No, it's the other way around. You sign, you're supposed to be there. You're not supposed to have them wait. And that was one of the main issues. They did not get along. They actually had a real, like, and The Rock even said it too. There's scenes in the movie where, like fighting scenes between them two, like them talking to each other. And he even said it. That was actually him, like them two not liking each other. It wasn't acting. That was like real life beef in front of the camera. So again, he's starting to realize he can't do it by himself. He just can't. Unfortunately, he can't. And kudos to him for taking the back burner, maybe apologizing to Vin Diesel, and wanting to come back to the franchise because, like we both agree, entertainment world right now is not, it's not looking too good for him. Other than the Disney coming up, Mohana, and now the Fast and Furious. Because rumor has it, he now is going to be in Fast 11, but is also rumored to have Fast or Hobbs and Shobbs 2 moving forward.
The Hobbs and Hobbs too. Okay. Okay, well,
So
what makes sense being that he's returned back to the universe and all of that.
and that's him. But see, that's the thing. Like, that's gonna be him. That was him the first movie. But Vin Diesel has a piece of that pie, is what I'm saying. The money also goes because it's Vin Diesel.
Was trying to
like
squeeze Vin Diesel out of his pie. Like
correct.
Vin, like,
that's
yo,
exactly what it,
this is like I helped bake this pie. And you gonna come in and try to tell me and how to change how to switch up the ingredients?
Pretty much that's what it was. That's
selling,
exactly what it was.
Selling this pie for years, baby. Before you
since 01, baby. Since 2001.
You know what I'm saying? So it's like, man, Rock.
And that's what the issue. That was the issue. And
he's even ruining. Let's be real. He almost ruined the story. He almost ruined the bloodline storyline. Let's just be real. Like,
no, and this is no. Listen, this is karma because what did I? First of all, thank you because you brought it up. He was supposed to be in SummerSlam last year. Okay, fine. Didn't do SummerSlam. All right, whatever. Now you're supposed to do WrestleMania. You were supposed to do WrestleMania, the bloodline theme, and yo, even my son was hyped. Hollywood. I was hyped.
Hollywood. It can't be.
But why?
It can't be any more.
But he didn't want to. So this is karma saying, you want to say no, you got this, I'm too busy persona. Karma's biting you in the ass and pretty much saying,
you're too busy making garbage. Basura. That's what the fuck you, let's be real. Like, I listen.
Yeah. And it's karma.
Yeah, because
it's called karma, people.
I feel like the bloodline storyline is gonna go down. Arguably, they're already talking about it, and I can't really, they always talk about this high pie in the sky shit, but the wrestling fans today, like, they're prisoners of moments. But
yeah,
me being around, you being around, we've seen a lot of moments in professional wrestling. I would say,
and this is one of the best moments.
This is easily one of the best storylines in pro wrestling history. Like this.
I mean, personally, the only two storylines I could honestly think of:
Kane and Undertaker. That shit.
NWO, and DX. As far as groups, obviously, those are the only two groups. And if you want to take it to the 90s, Legion of whatchamacallit, Legion of Domination, or what Legion? I forgot what it was.
They should have domination
with Farouk. With Farouk and Young Rock.
I mean, like,
but again,
no. This is, I'm talking about.
No, this is storyline and all. This is
this is cinema. We talking about.
But this is
to package this up separately and sell it. That's how good this has been. I'm talking about
what's there.
And they just keep. I even thought I said this. I was wrong. I said this several months ago. Like, when I thought they should have pulled the shoot on Sammy after not Blood and Gut, War Games. After War Games, I thought they should have turned on Sammy because they already used. So they got what they wanted from Sammy because they got Sammy to turn on Kevin. So that was what they wanted. So they can, you know what I'm saying? So I thought that would have been the perfect time. I was wrong. The way
right now, everything is perfect. The only thing that sucks right now, because Roman is going to be a babyface. So it sucks because where's The Rock's window? There's no more window. The Rock is your babyface. He was your babyface.
He does not.
Exactly. So he was your babyface. The Rock was your babyface. You could have had it in WrestleMania. And then after that, you could have either he won, he beaten, whatever the case is, you would have moved on and it would have been a better storyline. Better, I'm saying it. Better storyline than what we have right now. I'm not going to lie.
He cannot. He will be forever shamed by this. You he cannot afford to let this go without him being involved some way, somehow. Like before Roman's done and he takes his time off for a while, um, you have to be a part of it in some aspect. Jesus Christ, a segment would be nice.
But he can't. He's too busy.
It's
He's
funny
too
though.
busy. He's too busy.
He's too busy. He's a star, you know. Like Vince said, "Hey, you too busy, dude. I'll bring WrestleMania to you. I'll bring it to Hollywood."
Pretty much, yeah. Pretty much, yes. Again,
Too busy.
it's funny. You
It's
know what? But
JB.
it's funny though.
Busy.
But it's you know what? It's funny because there's one busy person that I follow on social media, and he's another actor that I love, and his name is Mark Wahlberg. Okay, and from the gym to his restaurants to now his tequila. Didn't he have whiskey too? I think he had whiskey too.
He's probably the water with
He has he has a busy schedule, but yeah, he still does movies. He still does appearances. He still man, he was over here 2 months ago in Palm Beach Lakes, Florida, at a Publix.
Oh, that was that video you sent. That was a Publix?
Yeah. He was a Publix in Palm Beach Lakes, Florida.
Mark Wahlberg, a man amongst the people.
Like, come on now. And you tell me this dude, The Rock, yo, you first of all, you bring your gym to you wherever you go. Iron Paradise Gym. You bring it to where you go. So stop telling me you're busy to do fucking WrestleMania. Motherfucker, you can still be working out outside WrestleMania. Like,
fly in.
what
Not your jet. Vince will send his jet wherever you are, fly you in, so you can do your little spot, and then fly your ass right back to the Iron Paradise.
But that's what I'm saying. Like,
again,
that's
going through something. He's going through some kind of
power. No, he's not. He exactly. Okay, yes, he is. He wants to take full control and power of certain things, and you know what? I get it. Like I understand. I respect it. But just because I respect it, that doesn't mean it's right.
That's the truth. You know what I mean?
I respect the hustle, but
his grandfather, like the High Chief Peter Maivia, like he trying to take control of all things.
But there's other people who are busy, but yet still make movies, still make time to do their things. So like, I get it. First of all, XFL, that's his ex-woman who runs it.
Danny Garcia, for those who don't know, ex-baby.
So like, we can't even say he's busy with the XFL. You know, we really can't say that. And Under Armour, you promote that on social media, on your IG. I mean, the drama bull speaks for itself. I have it on right now.
It's like he's forgotten where he's come from.
Yeah, I mean, yes and no, because like I get it. Like, you know, he's very motivated.
He's a mega star. He doesn't have to
but
anymore.
It's getting
appease us wrestling fans anymore. We get that, right? But at the same time, when you tread into, a different creative space or whatever, lane you're trying to go, a new lane you're trying to venture into, don't expect that same entourage us to come along, because we may not agree. And clearly this has been a pattern. The Young Rock,
listen, even Black Adam, and I told you this movie should have been out 10 years ago. And maybe if it was out 10 years ago, it would have been better.
Mm-hmm.
But scheduling, people, scheduling. I'm 10 years busy for 10 years. Sorry. And then expect to take over. If Warner Brothers.
It's
for DC.
You add The Rock in the right moment in the bloodline story. I'm back to the bloodline storyline. You add him
By all means.
in one, just drop him in at the right moment. It'll easily then become the greatest storyline ever.
Think about it, man. We don't even need a match, to be
Is
honest.
that why? Wait, hold up. Is that why? If he envious of this because Vince is a part of this and because this is kind of, let's give Vince his credit, right? In Roman.
Mm-hmm.
Roman, of course. This is one thing I got to give Roman his credit. And I love how Paul Heyman recently came out to be clear with people like, look, that big dog shit, he ain't like it. Y'all ain't like
No.
it. He ain't like it either. And
That was all Vince.
yeah, exactly. And one of the reasons why he went on that hiatus, not just because of the health thing with the, he got the, the issues with the cancer and stuff,
Mm-hmm.
but it was also because creatively he was like, bro, I'm not coming back doing that shit. This is kind of now this is what I want to do. I want to be heel. I want to go heel. That was Roman. I want to go heel.
And that was a beautiful transition, by the way.
Beautiful transition.
Beautiful.
But Paul said, closing, it was Vince's idea to put Paul on him.
Which is great. It helped, especially with the heel. Now this is where, for me, because I'm a Roman fan, this is where I'm going to just call it how it is because it's the bloodline, right? This is where he may top The Rock. If he could come out as babyface, and carry the babyface for a year. Because he's been heel for what, 2-3 years now?
Okay, I hear you.
If he can come out as a big, because this is what's gonna happen.
All he needs is a strong year. I hear
a strong year. He will
like a truly over babyface, not the pumped in cheers.
No, yes,
put in the videos.
He could easily top The Rock in wrestling. He could easily top The Rock in wrestling.
He's on his way. This
one solid year. You just need one solid year.
It's a really true
in wrestling
baby face, and boom, that's it.
That's it. Up
his hat.
That's it. I don't even need a match no more because you know what? The Rock will be busy. So fuck the match. The Rock will be busy. Roman would just easily DQ whatever default. The Rock.
He would have to do something like that because again, just to have the Rock's back for a second. He's one
of my favorites.
One of the greatest. He's a part of one of the greatest rivals of all time.
He's my favorite, man.
With he and Austin.
And I was Team Rock. I was not Austin.
I was Team Rock. I was actually Team Rock too. That's crazy.
I was Team Rock. I was not Austin. I was Team Rock. All day. Drama Bull.
Absolutely. And then him going heel a couple times, him coming back, the whole Hollywood Rock heel run, that was legendary. That whole
and then when he beat Hogan to go back to babyface again.
Stop. You motherfuckers.
And that's what I'm trying to get at. I'm like, yo, Roman.
What is that?
And I'm telling you right now, what's gonna happen is the Usos is honestly gonna be going heel, even though they're still kind of heel. They're gonna just remain heel. Okay. Because what's gonna happen? Yo, Jimmy. It's not gonna be Jay. It's gonna be Jimmy winning the title.
Oh, hope not. We all know Jay's the better wrestler.
Yeah, but
and I think WWE could have, even the nerds online was saying the same thing, like what I was thinking. Like, I think they.
They could. I want Jay to win. I think Jay
Theory. They should have had him beat Theory, so we could see.
I know that would have been that would have been
because
amazing.
then you could change, you could alter storyline even then because now it's okay. I got the belt, so how does things change? Does things change?
How is the bloodline gonna take me in, or how are they gonna make me look good? How is my brother? But again, it didn't happen. Now we gotta wait. And now, listen, if Jay beats, no matter what, one of the two brothers are gonna have to beat Roman. Roman will have to go away for a month or two, and then come back as a babyface, and from babyface, fucking kill it. Now,
No, you know who's going
let
to
me throw this ranch. Let me throw this ranch.
Paul's going to turn on
Imagine,
Solo.
but hold on. Imagine Paul and Roman be babyface for a year.
Yeah.
Imagine them be babyface for a year, both of them.
Oh, he and Paul?
Paul Hammond. But think about it. Let's just throw it in there. Roman babyface for a year. I want that.
Something would have to happen and for
But
Roman
just
to
imagine
out
Paul.
bloodline.
But just imagine Paul though. I've never seen Paul as a babyface.
What if
That will help his.
if
That
The
will help
Rock
his
wasn't
legacy.
busy, he could be the one to come and kick he and Roman out, and then turn Roman babyface, and he turn
Listen,
heel,
man.
get Roman over.
Let me just tell you something.
That's what
If
do
the
it.
Rock, if the Rock wants to be a president, what he's gonna do is he's gonna change when the election year starts. No, we can't do it this year. We gotta make it next year. I'm too busy this year.
Yo, that's the move, yo. The move is for you to come in, overtake the bloodline as you the heel now. You overtake it. You do it in a shady way where you get he and Paul if you want Paul in. But the easiest way is Paul's gonna turn. Paul's gonna turn. He did it on Brock, so he's gonna do it on Roman.
Yeah.
And he's gonna pick a better version. He'll not, obviously they're grooming Solo to be that next wolf. You know what I mean? So
Which
the
I'm
logical
good with
thing
it.
is for Solo to turn on him with Paul. And
Yeah.
then it'll make the crowd empathetic to Roman.
Correct.
Roman goes away for a little bit, comes
Hey,
back.
he goes away, comes back, SummerSlam. You easily you don't have
He'll
to
come
wait
back
for a
with a
pay-per-view.
big old pop too. He'll come back to a massive pop as a baby.
Yeah. And now you just take it. Like you take, if you give me a year, and then within a year you win your title back as a babyface, bruh. I'm sorry, man.
But
Because he's gonna be going Hollywood. He actually
fantasy booking right here. You get it here first on Chuck Westworld, Voice Junkie.
and I'm telling you this right now too. Him and I forgot him and somebody else they're gonna be in a movie or a TV show too. Roman.
Yeah, he's legit scheduled to be away for some time.
Mm-hmm.
We don't know when, because it all depends on when they want this storyline to wrap up, meaning Vince.
I mean, listen, man. At the end of the day, back to The Rock. Respect the dude, but you're shitting on the movie aspect, the TV shows. Time to go back to basics. Actually learn from Vin Diesel, maybe.
Yeah.
Why not?
Honestly,
Go back to the franchise. Learn from it.
yeah.
Give us a
learn
Hobbit.
in general. Learn in general. Listen, Vince been in the business for a long time too. So learn from the business. And get an attitude adjustment.
I mean, just think about it though.
Let John give you an attitude adjustment.
Why not? Why not freaking take over the franchise for Hobbit Shops and you can make a freaking TV series on Max?
Too many.
And then you can binge watch 10 episodes. There you go. Call it a day.